Prince Kai watched through the glass as a med droid inserted an IV into his father's arm. Khan Torin, his father's advisor, and the only other human allowed to see the Emperor in such a state, clapped a hand on Kai's shoulder.
It will be all right. Your Majesty, how are you feeling?
Through the glass, the Emperor lifted his hand feebly, in the closest thing to a wave he could manage.
How much longer?
Days, if that. You should be grateful for the time you have with him. Many people don't get to see their loved ones, who have been taken away.
And who wants to see their loved ones like this?
Your Highness. You are going to be Emperor, Your Highness. We must begin to prepare you. We've put it off far too long. You know, I will help you in any way I can. You're going to be a fine leader.
No, I'm not. I just need to feel like I'm doing something. I can't just stand here watching him die.
I know, Your Highness. It's hard for all of us.
They found a woman waiting for them by the elevators. Sybil Mira, head thaumaturge to the Lunar Crown.
Your Imperial Highness, how fares the Honorable Emperor Riken?
Not well. Thank you for your concern.
I am most displeased to hear that. My mistress sends her condolences and a wish for a speedy recovery.
What do you want?
A word with the man who will soon be Emperor, should the fates deem it so. This is a tragic time for His Majesty to fall ill.
Would next month have been more convenient for you?
I speak, of course, of the alliance discussions my mistress has been engaged in with Emperor Riken. We are most eager for an agreement that will suit both Luna and the Commonwealth.
My father has been attempting to secure an alliance with Queen Lavanna since he first took the throne. She has always declined. I do hope we will be able to come to an agreement, but I'm afraid your mistress will need to lower her very sensible demands.
Well, you are young. Long live the Emperor.
We should have her incarcerated.
A lunar ambassador? That's hardly a show of peace.
It's better treatment than they would give us. What? What?
I know this is a difficult time for you, but eventually, Your Highness, we will have to discuss Queen Lavanna and what you intend to do with her. It would be wise to have a plan.
I have a plan. My plan is to not marry her. Diplomacy be damned. There. End of discussion. Don't look at me like that. She would destroy us. She would turn us into slaves.
I know, Your Highness. Please believe me when I say I would not ask it of you, just as I never asked it of your father. For now, we'll hold out for a peace agreement, a treatise.
And if she won't sign it? What if she gets tired of waiting and decides to follow through on her threats? Can you imagine a war right now? With the plague and the economy? She would destroy us. She knows that.
If she wanted to start a war, she would have done it by now.
Unless she's just biding her time, waiting for us to get so weak we won't have any choice but to surrender. Maybe there's one option you and my father haven't considered. Lately, I've been doing research on the lunar heir.
Your Highness.
Just hear me out. There are rumors every day. Sightings. People claiming they've helped her. Theories.
We've heard all the theories. You know as well as I do there's no substance to them.
But what if they're true? What if there's a girl out there who could usurp Lavanna?
Are you listening to yourself? Someone stronger than Lavanna? You mean someone like her sister? Who had her favorite seamstress's feet cut off? So she would have nothing better to do than sit and make her fine dresses.
We're not talking about Queen Cinder.
No, we're talking about her daughter, Kai. The entire bloodline, every last one of them, have been greedy, violent, corrupted by their own power. It's in their blood. Believe me when I say that Princess Celine, even if she were alive, would be no better.
It couldn't hurt to do some research, could it?
Your Highness, this is the end of this discussion. Your objective right now must be to prevent a war, not worrying about phantom lunar princesses.
What if I can't prevent it?
then the Union will fight.
Back in the laboratory, Cinder and Dr. Erlin continued their studies, particularly focusing on the chip she had not known was in her nervous system.
Would you mind if I tried something?
What are you going to do?
Just a little experiment. Nothing to worry about. Tell me if you feel anything unusual. Calm down, Miss Ling. You're perfectly all right.
Perfectly all right? You crazy? What happened to her?
Only a little experiment. She's going to be fine, Your Highness. See? She's waking up now.
Did she hit her head?
What did you do?
I was merely adjusting her spine.
What's wrong with her spine?
Miss Ling was complaining of a bothersome pain in her neck, so I gave her an adjustment. It's called chiropractic. A very old practice, yet amazingly effective.
I hope he's telling me the truth, because it would be a shame for you to die when you just had the pleasure of meeting. Are you all right? Can you stand?
I think so.
What are you doing here?
You two have met?
We met yesterday, at the market.
She's here because one of the med droids was acting up. I requested that she come look at it.
I don't suppose you've had the chance to look at Nancy?
No, not yet. Sorry.
You probably have a client list a mile long. I shouldn't expect royal treatment. Although, I guess I do anyway. Well, it was nice to see you again. A pleasant surprise.
You too. I'll calm you when Nanzi's ready.
Thank you, Ling Mei.
You can call me Cinder. Cinder would be fine.
The look on Adri's face when Cinder entered the apartment almost made the whole ghastly ordeal worthwhile.
How are you? They ran some tests and decided I wasn't what they wanted, so they sent me back. Don't worry, I'm sure they'll still recognize your noble sacrifice, maybe even send you a thank you comm.
They can't send you back!
You'll have to file an official complaint, I guess. Now, if you'll excuse me, I'd better go try and earn my keep so you might actually blink an eye next time you find a convenient way to get rid of me.
If you ruin this one chance I had to help my daughter, you cannot be this useless!
What else do you want me to do? Fine, contact the researchers. I didn't do anything wrong. I went there, they ran some tests, and they didn't want me. I'm sorry they didn't ship me home in a cardboard box.
Your position in this household has not changed. And I do not appreciate being spoken to in such a disrespectful manner by the orphan I accepted into my home.
Really? Would you like me to list all the things I didn't appreciate being done to me today? I've had needles poked at me and prongs stuck in my head. And, honestly, I don't care so much what you do and don't appreciate right now. You are the one who betrayed me when I've never done anything to you.
You know very well what you did to this family.
Garen's death wasn't my fault.
Fine. Welcome home, Cinder. But so long as you continue to live in my home, you will continue to obey my orders. Do you understand?
Yeah, obey your orders. Right. Like, do the chores, Cinder. Get a job so I can pay my bills, Cinder. Go play lab rat for these deranged scientists, Cinder. Yes, I understand you.
Without waiting for a response, she stormed back to her room. She explained her new position in the world to Aiko.
You mean you have to go back?
Yeah, but it's fine. The doctor said I'm not in any danger now, and they're going to pay me. And E.3 won't know about it.
You realize what this means?
What?
It means you can afford a pretty dress. Prettier than pearls. You can go to the ball, and E.3 won't be able to say anything to stop you.
We're not using this money on a dress. We're still not going to the ball.
What?
You remember that car we saw at the junkyard? The old gasoline one? Well, it's going to take all of our time and money to fix it up.
Why? Why are we fixing it?
Because that car is going to get us out of here.
There's something bad in the balance. I'm staring into the darkness and I like what I see.